Hello and welcome back. I am Mateo and I use artificial intelligence to help businesses solve problems. In the last video, I talked about how to prepare data. Today, I'm going to introduce you to Python, the most popular programming language for machine learning. And after that, I'll introduce you to a few basic algorithms and explain the problems they solve. Let's get started. So Python is a programming language which is powerful and has many tools that make working with data and building machine learning models easier. I'll be using Google Colab, which is a free platform where you can write and run Python code directly in your browser. When you open Google Colab, it gives you the option to create a notebook. This opens a file that ends with .ipynb. This is a Jupyter notebook, one of the most used tools for building machine learning models because they let you write code, see the results right away, and add text or images to explain your work. They are great for experimenting, learning, and sharing ideas. Recently, Google added a new feature called Generate with AI, which allows you to write code using simple prompts. This can be very helpful if you're just starting now. Here, I've opened the notebook we'll be using today. You can download it from my GitHub repository. Check the link in the video description. This first cell of code connects Google Colab to your Google Drive, so you can access and save files directly. The second cell imports pandas, which is a popular Python library for manipulating data. It also imports a file called wimbledonfinals.csv, which contains data from Wimbledon finals. A CSV file stands for comma-separated values, and it's a common format used to store small to medium-sized datasets. This line creates something called a data frame. A data frame is like a table where the data is organized into rows and columns, making it easier to explore and analyze. .head is a function which lets us preview the first 5 rows of the data to understand what's inside. Similarly, .tail lets us preview the last 5 rows. The types shows the data types of each column. Columns in a data frame can have types similar to the ones we discussed in the first video. Numerical are called integer or floats. Categorical are called objects or integers, and none are missing values. The next step in machine learning is visualizing data. Visualization helps us understand the relationships between features and the overall structure of the data. One common way to do this is with a histogram. Here's an example. This histogram shows the height distribution of players in Wimbledon finals. On the x-axis, we have the height in centimeters, and on the y-axis, the frequency of the players. As we can see, most players fall between 182 and 189 meters, with 26 players in this range. Only 3 players are shorter than 175 meters, and 6 are taller than 196 meters. Histograms like this help us quickly see what the most frequent values are for a given feature, and if there are any noticeable patterns or gaps in the data. Another useful way to visualize data is with a scatter plot. Scatter plots show the relationship between two numerical features. Here's another example. This scatter plot shows the relationship between the year of birth on the x-axis and the height of the players on the y-axis. From this plot, we can see that most players are generally getting taller over time, with recent finalists mostly over 185 meters, showing a clear upward trend in height. Now, let's talk about different machine learning algorithms and what they do. There are two key types, supervised and unsupervised learning. In supervised learning, the model learns from labeled data, where we already know the answer. It can be used for regression, where we predict numbers like estimating the number of aces, or classification, where we predict categories, like if a player will win or lose. In unsupervised learning, there's no target answer. Instead, we find patterns from unlabeled data. This was just a quick intro. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into how these algorithms work. See you there.